Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Gillen. Today we have a question from JB. JB says, I have a worksheet with a whole series of customers and I need to create a worksheet for every single customer on the list. He says there's hundreds of them. Is there a way that I could just select a range and, say create tabs or something like that? Well, unfortunately there isn't. But we're going to do this with a little bit of VBA today. But before I launch into the VBA, I want to do a little bit of testing. I was thinking about the worksheets.add command. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at both Excel and the VBA window at the same time. So we can see the VBA window here, and you'll be able to see the sheet tabs. If I just ran worksheets.add a couple of times, so we'll step through this by hitting F8. You see that when we add the first worksheet, it's automatically added to the left of the current worksheet. So if we just did worksheets.add, it would keep adding things to the left. And as we think about JB's data, he probably has the first customer alphabetically at the top. So I really want to be adding those worksheets to the end. And so what we're going to do here, instead of just worksheets add, we're going to say after. And rather than trying to remember what the last worksheet in the workbook is, I'm going to say worksheets, and then specify which worksheet by position. So that's simply worksheets.count. So in this case right now we have 3 worksheets. If I say worksheets.count, that's saying number 3, and it'll say after the 3rd worksheet. So now let's run this a few times, and you'll notice down here in the new worksheet, sheet 12, will be added after sheet 1. So that's the trick in order to be able to add these worksheets. Now, the other thing you'll notice is that after we add the worksheet, the new sheet becomes the active sheet. So in JB's case, what we're going to do is we're basically going to say for each cell in selection, we're going to add a new worksheet, and then we can rename the active sheet .name equals cell.value. And then next cell. All right, so let's go back to the original worksheet. We'll delete all the extra worksheets, so we just start out with just sheet 1. I'll select all of the customers, and then we'll run our macro, the test macro, click run. And sure enough, there it added 60 new worksheets in order and named each worksheet with the name from the cell. Simple little bit of code, just a few lines of code. Had to do some testing there to get worksheets.add to work the way that we wanted it to add the worksheets to the end instead of always adding it to the left of the active cell. Thanks to JB for sending in that question, and thanks to you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.